I am actually disappointed in Alpha 21. Now I know, before you head over to the dislike button or make an angry rage comment in my comment section, which sometimes happens quite often, it doesn't mean I don't like the update, and it doesn't mean I don't like the game. I am still very, very, very fond of 7 Days to Die. I don't plan on stopping playing 7 Days to Die as long as 7 Days to Die is around. I will be playing this game. But there is something that I really wanted to talk about in regards of Alpha 21. I've been playing this game for a long time, and after all the years of updates and content that we've gotten over the years, I feel like Alpha 21 was lacking. We waited a very, very long time for Alpha 21, and we really got nothing. Now I know I'm probably sounding like a spoiled child, but it's kind of the truth. I feel like a lot of the Alpha 21 content is more visual than it is actually functional. And I think a few of the design choices have only made the game easier, not harder. Now again, this is all my opinion, and it's just something that I wanted to discuss. Whether the fun pimps will watch this video or not, it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to yap on along about my experience. So when hopping on to Alpha 21, I noticed that it was extremely easy to get loot. I didn't find it hard getting ammunition. I didn't find it hard getting my hunger sorted, my thirst sorted. There was enough water to go around that would last me forever. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Fun Pimps added these water collectors to make water harder to get. I feel like they shot themselves in the foot with this feature and only made it easier. Having 2 or 1 water collector, there was just way too much water going around. I didn't need to worry about water at all when I was playing through my game. Now, this is with default settings. Now, obviously, you could always make it harder, and you can change the settings, but by default, we should be having a decent experience, no? Now, in terms of the update itself, I think it was a great quality of life improvements. I think there was a lot of good things that came out of this update. I think like the graphical stuff, the game is looking a lot better. The game, for me at least, is functioning a lot better. Some features like the chunk resetting in certain areas after a certain amount of time for the multiplayer servers is a fantastic change, and more stuff like that should be encouraged. But my overall opinion is that I feel like this was very bland, very boring. I felt like after waiting for such a long time and playing Alpha 20 and jumping onto the new Alpha, which is Alpha 21, I felt like I was playing Alpha 20 again after a couple of days. Now, is that a bad thing? No, not really. But I do not think that Alpha 21 should have been called Alpha 21. It should have been along the lines of small little patches there and there, and then that would be better in the long run. But Alpha 21, I feel like needed a lot more content, a lot more guns, a lot more zombie types. We are playing basically the same alpha, just visually updated. Now, another thing that I really did not like, and I was very, very let down about it, was the infestation quests that they've added. I think these were very lazy. I think that these are nothing but a glorified, not even glorified, anti-glorified clear quest. In fact, they were so easy to do, I was shocked. In fact, I got my friend Blue to make a mod to make them extremely difficult, which is what they're supposed to be in the first place. I was expecting something along the lines of something like State of Decay or Dying Light, or something that made it more challenging, something that made it interesting to go and do it. But there is really no other reason to do an infestation quest besides it being a clear. There's nothing interesting about it at all. So I was very disappointed to see the infestation quests. But there is some bright side. A lot of the new buildings and everything that was added to the game is fantastic. The work that they've done on the new buildings and the new stuff, it is absolutely amazing. And 7 Days to Die definitely needed those changes, and I hope to see more things like that. But it just didn't need to be called Alpha 21. It could have done that in patches. The one thing I noticed the Fun Pimps doing, and I feel like it's not really a good thing, they seem to really, really hype up the fact that they've got like a lot of new POIs, which is actually called buildings, coming to the next update and blah, blah, blah. Like, hey, we have 200 plus new POIs or 300 plus new POIs coming to a new alpha. I feel like this is not needed. I don't think we should be getting an update or getting excited about new buildings. It's extremely nice, but more along the lines of me wanting actual features and actual improvements rather than getting new buildings and POIs added to the game. I feel like it's not really needed. I mean, there's a lot of mods out there that add new buildables in the worlds, and majority of the time I sit and I stay at my base. I don't really go and do missions and all that stuff when I'm playing single player, of course. So yeah, that's just my opinion, guys. Actually very interested to hear your guys' opinions in the comments section. I may not respond to all of you guys because there might be a lot of you guys, but I am very interested to hear what you guys think. Remember, this is just my opinion, and I'm more than happy to listen to you guys down below. I do think that this is a good improvement. I don't think it's that exciting, but I do think it's a good improvement, and I think it's a good thing that they've done these updates. And I am extremely looking forward to Alpha 22, because apparently, there is going to be a lot more content in that pack. Well, I hope so, at least, of course. Thanks again for watching, guys. Check you in the next video. Interested to hear your thoughts on this as well.